A Step into the Past Volume 24 Chapter 5. Book 24 Chapter 05, Unexpected Gains. Shanro wailed, "I quit." Withdrawing her sword, she retreated. Resting the back of the saber on his shoulder, Xiang Xiaolong chuckled, "Despite raising 2 kids, Madame Xie can still pack a punch." Staring curiously at him, Shanro was amazed. "Stop bluffing. Why have you improved so much compared to yesterday? Every saber stroke is beyond my anticipation." Xiang Xiaolong is conscious that due to motivation from his predicament and hurt from his friend's betrayal, he is now brimming with immense willpower and fighting spirit for the sake of his family and his own survival. He has decided to fully commit himself and discarded all non-related considerations. Treating this duel as a final showdown where he would be staring at the face of death, he managed to unleash his hidden potential. As per his instructions, the huge crowd that was present yesterday is absent today. Exchanging blows with this beauty who used to be intimate with him, Xiang Xiaolong is exceedingly alert. Since his return last night, he surprisingly slept all the way till dawn. Before Shanro arrived, he had already practiced a round of 100 battle saber play, explaining his remarkable familiarity. He is no longer worried about Cao Quidao's duel that is taking place 2 nights later. As long as this opponent keeps his promise of limiting the fight to 10 strokes, he is confident that he will emerge unscathed. Now that he is aware of Zhang Xunlong, Li Yuan, and the others who are plotting against him, he is mentally prepared and knows what to expect in the future, increasing his conviction level. Perhaps now that he has finally determined his friends and foes, and admitting that Xiao Pan's identity crisis cannot be solved by pure luck, all his doubts are cleared and the days of wild speculation are over, allowing him to sleep in peace. It does not mean that he has found a way to counter Liu Bue and Lao Ai, but his gut feel tells him that history will not be altered and Xiao Pan will certainly become Qin Shi Huang. There is no documentation of him, Xiang Xiaolong, as a historical figure and naturally no record of him creating a fake Ying Zheng. This clearly illustrates the ability of Xiao Pan to protect his legacy, but there is no indication if he, Xiang Xiaolong, can preserve his life in this incoming onslaught. Somehow, the more Xiang Xiaolong thought about it, the more fearful he felt. Luckily, little Pinger came by at this juncture, announcing that Feng Fei has invited the 2 of them to her main building for breakfast. Feng Fei is still unable to comprehend the relationship between Shanro and Xiang Xiaolong. By right, they should be newly acquainted, but their mannerism is too friendly for her to stomach. To her, Shanro's lack of respect towards Xiang Xiaolong is something exceptionally baffling. After all, Xiang Xiaolong is currently a powerful and popular Qin great general. Without Xiao Yuan and Zhang Xunhua around, Shanro is even less inhibited. Squinting her eyes at Xiang Xiaolong first, she then peeped at Feng Fei before inquiring from her, "This fella is very good at seducing ladies, have you become one of his women?" Feng Fei was so embarrassed that even the root of her ears turned red in an instant, wishing that she could find a hole in the ground to hide her face. Xiang Xiaolong was mortified at Shanro's broaching of this taboo subject. He chided, "How can Madame Xie ask such a question?" With AAPUCI, Shanro giggled, "Why is everyone afraid of telling the simple truth? Just answer yes or no." With her innocent schoolgirl laughter, it is truly impossible to get angry with her. Enduring her bashfulness, Feng Fei resumed her well-versed calm demeanor and replied in a low voice, "The relationship between Feng Fei and Great General is prim and proper and we are definitely not an item. Madame Xie has wronged Great General, he is a true gentleman." Pausing for a while, she inquired in return, "Are Madame Xie and Great General previously acquainted? It is rumored that Madame Xie's swordsmanship is comparable to young Master Zhang Xun, gaining much glory for us females." Shanro was not the least flattered and asserted, "I am who I am, why must I compare myself against men for glory? HNG. I have to go, I have some errands to run in the palace." Raising her sleeve and using it to wipe her mouth, she left without even looking back. Xiang Xiaolong and Feng Fei stared at each other with a stunned expression before smiling with amusement. Feng Fei stayed in a low voice, I heard Madame Xie's original surname is Shan and her family was destroyed by Tian Dan. However, she has now gained the affections of the concubines of the king and princes who are all begging her to impart sword skills to them. In addition, Xie Ziwan is highly regarded by the court of Qi. Faced with her constant and direct insults, even Tian Dan has to bear with her. Xiang Xiaolong finally learned about Shan Ro's status in Linzai and understood why Zhang Sun Suanhua is so accommodating towards her. Feng Fei continued, Are we leaving here the night after tomorrow? I am getting tired of Han Ji's harassment and desire to leave this place as soon as possible. Xiang Xiaolong wavered on the spot, unable to determine if Feng Fei can be trusted. The fluctuation of a woman's affections is hard to grasp. Today, she can say that she hates Han Ji, but tomorrow, she can leap back into his bosom. If she reveals his secrets, he would have to return to Xianyang as a blind man. Noticing the change in his expression, Feng Fei had a shock and questioned, Is there something wrong with our plans? Xiang Xiaolong nodded, Does mistress wish to leave Linzai after the Qixia College performance? After a short daze, Feng Fei responded, Since we are leaving, why do we need to wait another 5 days? Xiang Xiaolong intentionally answered, The main reason is for second mistress and the others. I would feel more at ease if we leave as a group. Feng Fei is truly sharp. Sighing with a breath, she observed, Looking at you hesitating and carefully choosing your words, you must be withholding some grievances in your heart. Xiang Xiaolong is conscious that if he chooses to deny, it would arouse her suspicions. Nodding his head, he professed, I am concerned about Guo Kai. This man is a devil. If we successfully make our getaway, he may vent his frustration on Shuzhen and the others. Feng Fei was astounded, with Zhang Sunlong protecting Shuzhen and the others, what is there to fear? At his wit's end, Xiang Xiaolong firmly concluded, Stop asking any more questions. To avoid any unwelcome surprises, we will only leave together as a group after the Qixia College performance. Aren't you concerned about their welfare? Feng Fei kept quiet and mounted a silent protest. Xiang Xiaolong realized that his tone is too harsh. Shifting forward and hugging her fragrant shoulder, he gently apologized, It is my fault. I beg mistress's pardon. Feng Fei softly exhaled, Why is Great General in such a bad mood today? This is the first time Feng Fei has seen you getting upset for no rhyme or reason. Xiang Xiaolong thought, How can I be in excellent spirits now? How I wish I could embark on a killing spree to vent the anger in my heart. He was about to utter a reply when Feng Fei admitted with a tinge of guilt, Feng Fei knows that you no longer trust me because I went to meet Han Ji in secret yesterday. But since we are breaking up, we should at least formally communicate about it. Xiang Xiaolong did not expect this amazing and accidental side effect from his moody temperament, coincidentally getting Feng Fei to make a spontaneous confession about her meeting with Han Ji. Based on her words, she had initially wanted to hide it from him. Staring at him with a melancholic expression, Feng Fei slowly hinted, Does Great General want to know what did he and Feng Fei talk about? Xiang Xiaolong plainly state, Of course he would say things like you would meet a terrible ending if you choose to side with me. Her petite frame trembling violently, Feng Fei was horrified, How did you know? Observing her shyness, Xiang Xiaolong decided to trick her, Not only did I overhear your conversation, I even heard the two of you sharing a kiss. Feng Fei was embarrassed to the max. She protested, He forced himself on me and I was the unwilling party. But it is daytime, where were you hiding? Xiang Xiaolong continued fabricating, Don't you know that a human can easily conceal himself under a carriage? Assuming that he is telling the truth, Feng Fei pitifully wailed, You should understand that I was only trying my best to appease him. Most of time, I was lying to him. Hit by a brainwave, Xiang Xiaolong recollected Lu Bue's visit to Zhang Sunlong last night and connected it to Han Ji who had lifted the information off Feng Fei. He frowned, But it is wrong of you to tell Han Ji that we are leaving Linzai in 2 days and are depending on Zhang Sunlong's assistance. Doesn't mistress know that Han Ji and Lu Bue are partners in crime? With these words from Xiang Xiaolong, Feng Fei no longer has any doubts about him spying on her meeting with Han Ji. She explained, Han Ji belongs to Lao Ai's camp and he came all the way to Linzai because of me. Although he was not upfront with me about his liaisons with Zongsun Suanhua, my heart did once belong to him and we even planned a secret rendezvous. It is very agonizing for me to sever this relationship so abruptly. Shooting Xiang Xiaolong a dejected look, she added, Feng Fei had wanted to borrow Great General as a temporary substitute to forget him, but Great General is reluctant to grant this favor. Acknowledging that Feng Fei will be an important factor in this tussle between him and his enemies, Xiang Xiaolong is determined to win her to his side. He icily laughed. Do you know that after Han Ji learned about our relationship with Zongsun Long father and son, Lu Bue, and Han Ji visited them last night and persuaded them to work together? Her face whitening, Feng Fei stammered, is that so? Xiang Xiaolong solemnly declared, believe it or not. If mistress continues to feed information to Han Ji, not only would I, Xiang Xiaolong, die without a burial place, but even mistress would not be able to escape a dreadful consequence. Han Ji's feelings towards you may be true, but a man like him who prioritizes benefits over everything else may painfully sacrifice you. It is impossible to find a magnanimous man among the followers of Lu Bue and Lao Ai. A guilty Feng Fei admitted, Feng Fei is not considered a magnanimous person too. What should we do now? Xiang Xiaolong resolved, it is better for us to leave as a group after the Qixia College performance. At Xianyang, you can fall in love with whoever you want, but for the time being, you must never reveal any of our secrets. Feng Fei swore, I understand. From this minute onwards, Feng Fei will only trust Great General and nobody else. At this interval, Xiang Xiaolong could not think of any use for Feng Fei yet. After dispensing further instructions, he stood up and left. This can be considered an unexpected gain for Xiang Xiaolong. He finally learned about Han Ji being a double-headed snake, in cahoots with both Lu Bue and the Zongsun family. If his estimate is accurate, Han Ji may be officially working as Lao Ai's right-hand man but has been bribed by Lu Bue a long time ago. Additionally, his fidelity to Lu Bue is not all-embracing. At the very least, he has been hiding his relationship with Feng Fei from this traitor. How would Han Ji resettle Feng Fei in Xianyang without leaking her presence? He probably has no idea too. Once a man and a woman are romantically involved, the complication between them are unfathomable and a clean break is often more tedious than it looks. His own relationship with Zhaoya is a shining example. Tomorrow is the day of the birthday banquet as well as the first performance. The courtyards are remarkably tranquil and the days of rehearsals have come to an end. Despite being weighed down by several issues, Xiang Xiaolong has to act casual and even engaged Fei Chun, Lei Yuner and other friendly family warriors in idle chatter. From them, he learnt that Feng Fei had personally disbursed a generous amount of money to each of them as troop disbandment benefits. However, the majority of them would stay behind and continue to support Dong Shuzhen, who is considered more accommodating and approachable than Feng Fei. Among the courtesans, only Xinyu has chosen to retire back to her hometown. Yuniang has not made up her mind and she is probably waiting for Xiao Yuetan's input. One of them even hinted at the possibility of throwing their lot in with Xiang Xiaolong but was flatly declined by him. He can barely protect himself and does not wish for others to risk their lives with him. In addition, he would not want to weaken the protective forces of the song and dance troupe. They may be powerless when it comes to behemoths like Zongsun Long, but dealing with common thieves and robbers is a piece of cake to them. Out of the blue, he received news that Zongsun Suanhua is here and is asking for him. Xiang Xiaolong was mentally prepared for this visit. As anticipated, upon meeting him at the main hall, Zongsun Suanhua started the conversation off with some unimportant topics, such as Second Prince expressing his admiration for him, etc. Eventually, he proposed, "We have already prepared a top-quality sailboat for Great General. 2 nights later, we would fetch Great General at Kixia College and set sail immediately. Would mistress be leaving with Great General, or would she stay behind and leave after the Kixia College performance? Feigning a troubled look, Xiang Xiaolong groaned, "This is the source of my agony now." She insisted on leaving only after the successful conclusion of both performances. "Without her, how can I leave with a peace of mind?" Zhang Sun Suanhua appears to have gotten wind from Han Ji, knowing that Feng Fei is leaving with Xiang Xiaolong on the same night after the duel. He could not conceal his astonishment and exclaimed, "Haven't the two of you come to an agreement?" Xiang Xiaolong is intentionally wedging a rift between him and Han Ji, sighing, "It was decided some time ago, but she somehow changed her mind today. HNG. Does she think she can deceive me? On one hand, she is cozying up to me, but on the other hand, she is seeing someone else. She may have her own spies, but so do I." Zhang Sun Suanhua apparently is still ignorant about the relationship between Han Ji and Feng Fei. Hearing Xiang Xiaolong's words, his face turned pale and he probed, "Who is her lover?" Shaking his head, Xiang Xiaolong apologized, "This is mistress's private affairs, pardon me for not being able to reveal him. Nonetheless, it is only a few days' delay. I will leave after the Kixia College performance." Zhang Sun Suanhua instantly freaked out and worriedly questioned, "Lu Bue has decided to return home the next morning after Great General's duel with Grandmaster Cao. Doesn't Great General wish to leave before him?" Xiang Xiaolong knows that he is still trying his luck and testing himself. He reacted with bewilderment, "What's the hurry? Moreover, I have dispatched a messenger to Xianyang, updating Crown Prince about my situation. I also told him that wherever I am killed, the state which owns the territory would surely be involved, and implored him to take revenge for me. I do not believe Lu Bue or Tiandan would come personally for me. What they would do is instigate others to become their sacrificial lambs." He then coldly grunted, "My Wu family is packed with experts. Whoever that wishes harm upon me had better be prepared to live as a fugitive for the rest of his life. Brother Suanhua can put your mind at ease." With a guilty conscience, how can Zhang Sun Suanhua maintain his calmness? Taking in those words, his face became drained of color and he was dumbfounded. Li Yuan and the others would not dare to openly assault Xiang Xiaolong too. Like Lu Bue, they are instigating Zhang Sun Long father and son to be their scapegoats. Since the Battle of Handan's Wu family fortress, the fame of Wu family warriors has spread near and far. If Zhang Sun Long father and son were exposed to be the perpetuators behind Xiang Xiaolong's assassination, they would face punishment from the royal family of Qi. Furthermore, they can forget about having a good meal or a good night's sleep with the assassins of the Wu family seeking revenge on them. Xiang Xiaolong would not let up the pressure on Zhang Sun Suanhua. He analyzed, "If I were Lu Bue, I would get idiots like Ma Chenjia to try and kill me. Once completed, I would purposely leak the information to the public. When that happens, Qin will officially demand Qi for Ma Chenjia's head. What do you think the king of Qi would do?" Zhang Sun Suanhua cannot help but shuddered once, realizing, this is truly a devious scheme of killing with a borrowed knife. Xiang Xiaolong was amused, knowing that he has finally seen through Lu Bue's fa of abandoning Tiandan. It is actually killing two birds with one stone. Firstly, get the father and son to kill Xiang Xiaolong, and secondly, using their crime to get rid of this father and son. Using this example, they should know that if something were to really go wrong, Li Yuan and the others would push all the blame to them too. Zhang Sun Long is not a fool, otherwise, he could not have amassed his present wealth and status. Due to his oversight that Ying Zheng and Xiang Xiaolong are in trouble, he has lost sight of his main goal and fell into this dilemma. As Xiang Xiaolong has heard of their disloyalty and even eavesdropped on their secret meeting last night, he was able to enlighten Zhang Sun Suanhua that he has been used by Lu Bue, Li Yuan and company, and even Han Ji in just a few sentences. Zhang Sun Suanhua is in a hurry to discuss these developments with his father and is not interested to carry on the conversation. With a panicky expression, he hastily scampered away. Lifting his arms and stretching his back, Xiang Xiaolong went in search of Feng Fei. Unless his guess is off the mark, Zongsun Suanhua would definitely interrogate Han Ji, who will in turn press Feng Fei for details. Since Liu Bue is leaving in 3 days' time, Han Ji has to leave too. Regardless of whether it is for himself or for Liu Bue, he would not allow Zongsun Long to obtain Feng Fei. But because of all these transitions, Xiang Xiaolong knows that even if Zongsun Long is 10 times more courageous, he would not dare to lay a finger on Feng Fei. If Zongsun Long were to act against the interests of Xiang Xiaolong, Feng Fei will become his incriminating evidence. It would seem logical that Zongsun Long is getting rid of Xiang Xiaolong because of Feng Fei. Out of the blue, light has appeared at the end of the tunnel. Li Yuan and the others have deceived him thoroughly. He is now turning the tables and giving them a taste of their own medicine. Feng Fei appears to have given up Han Ji entirely, obediently following each and every one of Xiang Xiaolong's instructions. Their coordination was incredible. It was only when Xiao Yuan came to look for him did Xiang Xiaolong finally left the main building. In the side hall of the front courtyard, he detailed yesterday's and this morning's events to Xiao Yuan. Slapping his thigh, Xiao Yuan sighed, Xiang Xiaolong is indeed Xiang Xiaolong. With a small mistake by the adversaries, you are able to grasp the initiative. Zongsun Suanhua is still inexperienced and bared his soul with just a few words from you. Pausing, he stared at Xiang Xiaolong, quizzing, shouldn't Xiaolong be worried that Liu Bue may locate that couple who raised Ying Zheng? Xiang Xiaolong could recognize Xiao Yuan's doubts about Xiao Pan too. However, besides Wu Tingfeng and Teng Yi, even Ji Yanran who is so close to him has no idea about it. Indeed, this is a secret that mustn't be shared, and even Xiao Yuan is of no exception. Putting on a frank expression, Xiang Xiaolong nonchalantly replied, so what if he locates them? Unless Liu Bue has bribed them to fabricate charges, there is nothing to be worried about. Xiao Yuan was stunned. Actually, elder brother has always wanted to ask you this question. Among the letters that Manager 2, Xian, writes to me, he did mention that you ganged up with the senior veterans of Qin military to conduct a blood test for Liu Bue and Crown Prince. After proving that they are not related, the Crown Prince and yourself are able to obtain the full support of these veterans in suppressing Liu Bue. My question is, why is Xiaolong so confident that Crown Prince is not the son of Liu Bue? That was the same question that Tu Xian posed years ago and what Xiang Xiaolong dreaded answering. Sighing with a breath, he confessed, I did ask Zhu Ji the exact question face to face, but even she herself is unsure who is the father. That means the chances are 50-50 that it is traitor Lu's son. Given the circumstances, if I were to reject Liu Gong's recommendation, it would mean the loss of support from these Qin veterans. Therefore, I decided to stake everything in the gamble. Luckily, it was the right bet. Xiao Yuan nodded in agreement. With 1-to-1 odds, the gamble is worth it. Nevertheless, your present scenario is not very optimistic. Although Zongsun Long has been startled by you and would never become a murder weapon for somebody else, you still cannot rely on him. Pausing, he added, it is truly a blessing that nobody has discovered the relationship between the two of us. Everyone simply regards me as a connoisseur of Feng Fei's music. The only viable plan now is for you, Xiaolong, to leave first. If you can successfully escape, Feng Fei and the others would be safe. Xiang Xiaolong thought to himself, Feng Fei and the others can come under the joint protection of Shanrou and Lord Longyang. If the King of Qi is planning to announce Tianjian as the new crown prince at the birthday banquet tomorrow night, Xie Ziwan's status would be greatly elevated and Zongsun Long father and son would be doing their best to get into his good books. Simultaneously, Tiandan would have to take additional precautions against him. Li Yuan and the others would probably chip in to protect Feng Fei and company, granting Xiang Xiaolong this favor. After all, maintaining a friendship is better than creating an enemy. If the Zhenhuo Canal scandal is exposed, Han Chuang's great merit would instantaneously become his great disaster. As a result, it is crucial for him to return safely to Xianyang. The ever-conniving Xiao Yuan reminded, this fella Han Ji is not a simple man. Born into the royal family of Han, he became a top disciple of Cao Quidao. Appearing to be working for Lao Ai, he maintains a close relationship with Liu Buwei. Because of Feng Fei, he may become insanely jealous and undertake some risks. For example, he could gather the outraged swordsmen of Qixia and ambush you. This is something you must guard against. Xiang Xiaolong concluded, after fighting off Cao Quidao, I intend to run away as far as possible. It is wonderful that Qixia College is based outside the city, making it rather convenient for me. Visualizing the snow skis he needed to make his getaway, Xiang Xiaolong suppressed his voice, time is not on our side. Can Brother Xiao get his hands on a piece of premium wood for me? I need to construct a pair of snow traveling equipment. When the time comes, you can bury it alongside some food provisions at a place near Qixia College, allowing me to make a swift escape upon retrieving them. Xiao Yuan himself is an expert craftsman. Astounded at his requests, he pressed Xiang Xiaolong for the details of the snow ski. When Xiang Xiaolong finished sketching the snow ski and snowboard, he was so taken aback that he was gaping for some time before exhaling with amazement, how did you ever think of something like that? This happens to be the theory behind snow sleds. Leave this to me. Elder brother will start looking for the raw materials and manufacturing your snow skis immediately. I guarantee that it would be much more ergonomic than your design and they will be completed by the allotted time. Xiao Yuan had barely left Tingsong Villa when Xie Ziwan came a-knocking. He exclaimed with enthusiasm, if Great General is available, why don't we take part in the festivities and watch soft-boned beauty rehearse little brother's song and dance composition? Xiang Xiaolong is initially uninterested but recollected that it is a critical strategy to give others a false impression. By behaving leisurely and occupying himself with performances, it further strengthens the notion that he has nothing to fear and nothing worthwhile for Liu Buwei to expose. Pretending to be elated, he accompanied Xie Ziwan out of the villa.